Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Brenda and David. Tonight I would like to tell someone happy birthday. Happy birthday, Tracy. I hope you have a great day.
Happy birthday, Tracy. And Happy New Year to everybody.
So she asked for a new recipe for her birthday, so we're going to make country fried steak. Some people refer to it as chicken fried steak, but it's country fried to me. So let's go with it. Okay, we're going to, I've got some meat here. I'm using a cube steak. It's really better with top sirloin or something like that and have it tenderized one time or tenderize it at home, but I'm just going to use this cube steak because I already have it. And it should be all right. So let's get going. Well, honey.
You can use top sirloin too or something.
Yeah, top sirloin's really better because it will be more tender. You don't ever know what you're making cube steak out of. You really don't.
Could be made out of horses.
No, that's not what I mean. What kind of beef? If it's shoulder steak or bottom round, top round. Some of them steaks like that are hard to get tenderized. So it's best just not to use that if you can get by with it. And that might be what some of this is made out of. Okay, let's go with it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and turn my stove on in this skillet. And I'm going to turn it down a little bit to, not on high anyway, to warm this up. And I couldn't find my oil. I do have some, but I'm going to use this walnut oil.
Ugh.
Well, maybe it won't be bad with this. What do you think?
But it'd be better to use your vegetable oil.
I can't find it. I know I got one, but I couldn't find it. I thought I had it under here. But I can't find it, David Hall. What you want me to do?
Yeah, we can try it. I mean.
But I don't want to ruin the meat. Well, if he don't care to try it, we're going to try it.
We'll try it.
And he loves walnuts. I don't know. I don't know what it is about it. But
Shoot, that stuff's probably about 20 years old.
No, it ain't.
That looks,
oil.
ain't that the oil you put in the lamp oil? Or the lamps? The oil lamps?
Walnut oil.
Oh. Make sure we don't use the lamp oil.
Oh, I'm going to feed you lamp oil, David.
Well, I just want to make
You're
sure.
asking to get smacked already, aren't you?
It looked like that can come with the
That's
lamp
exactly what I thought you were doing. Getting ready to get popped already. Get all this junk out of here. Where's my spoons? I don't even see my measurements. There they are. There they are. Well, it doesn't matter. I can just use this one. I can't want to go in there. Doggone it. Okay, I like to put some, I'm using seasoned flour, okay? And I tamed it down some with some regular flour. Seasoned flour is really spicy. And I'm trying to be cautious with David's blood pressure. But I'm going to add some garlic to it. Add however much you want, okay? That's what I'm going to do. And we'll add what I want. And to make it look okay here, taste okay, I love garlic. And garlic's good for you. So I'm going to do that. Oh, there goes my lid. I can't even find my whisk. I always put it in this one. There it is, sticking right down in there. I didn't look very hard, did I? I'm going to put that garlic.
So what'd you say that stuff was there?
I got seasoned flour and just self-rising flour. You can use plain or self-rising. It doesn't matter.
In both of those bowls?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know if that's enough in there or not. Might not be. You know, I'm not going to use it all either, so of either one. Now, this already has salt and pepper and all that stuff, and I got to dig my lid out. It fell down there, and I'll get it in a few minutes. Okay, let's get going here and get this stuff to cooking. Now, what I have here is some egg and a little bit of milk in it. You don't have to put milk, you can put water. So if you don't have no milk or cream or something like that, you don't have to use it just to run to the store to get it. Just use water. Okay, let's get going. Now, first thing you do is, believe it or not, I don't really think that's enough. The egg holds your flour on. Now, we're going to dip this in the flour first and then make a mess while we're doing it. And just coat it on both sides.
So this is called country fried steak?
Yes. Some call it chicken fried steak. Then dip it in the egg. And let that excess come off of it a little bit. And dip it in the second flour. And make another mess. Sometimes when you cook, things just get so messy, but that's the way it goes. I'm waiting on my oil to heat up a little more. I should only used one hand, you know it. It's almost there. I'll also show you how to make a real easy gravy, but it ain't going to be good for David's heart or his blood pressure. He's going to the doctor. Me and him had a serious talk. He's going.
You gonna do that tonight? The gravy, or is that on another show or something?
Don't you want some gravy with it?
Yeah. You're supposed to have it.
Yeah, sure you go. If you want mashed potatoes or something with it, you do. What do you want with it? What kind of side?
Don't matter.
I was going to fix a salad. And some mashed potatoes. Is that good?
Yep.
When it all comes down to it, I do ask him, and he usually don't tell me, and I fix it, and he eats it anyway. Even if he don't like it, he doesn't like green beans, but he still eats them. They're good for him.
Hey, I eat anything you put on the plate.
He does. I can honestly say he really does.
I'm from the days when you didn't have nothing much.
David, come here. Get that. Okay, I think it's hot enough now, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can get it to cooking here.
So that's sort of like a deep fry thing, I guess.
Yeah, but you put the oil about halfway up over it, but don't put it all the way over it. My eye's a little unlevel, so I didn't have a whole lot of choice there, but...
You mean the stove eye's a little unlevel?
It is a little unlevel. Several of them are. I don't know why. Some of them are, some of them aren't.
It's because they're rotting out underneath.
I know. Well, we might have to go ahead and get our new stove before we remodel the kitchen.
Well, we might. Might just throw it in the trash and make you cook off a wood stove.
Can't cook but one thing at a time on there. There it goes. It's going now.
So why do you use two different bowls of flour?
Well,
or stuff
you'll see once it's, well, you eat it, but you don't never know what I'm cooking. You put a little bit of flour on there and then dip it in that, and it kind of coats it to make a paste or something. Not a paste, but it holds it on. But then when you dip it in, after you dip it in there in the second one, look how much better it is. I would show you what I mean by just dipping it in there and in here, because most of it shakes off, but like this, it doesn't.
Okay. So they're the same thing, same contents in each bowl.
Yeah.
It's just one works better.
No, that's not at all.
I mean...
Look, you see how I'm getting a little coating on this now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you've had that fried chicken, that Bojangles and stuff, the breading's pretty thick, right?
Yeah.
That's how you get it like this, just like this.
Okay.
Take off the excess, put it in the egg.
I think I've seen you do it before, I just don't remember.
Yeah, most of the time he don't watch me cook stuff, he just eats it and is happy with it.
Well, if I knew, I got a short-term memory anyway, I have to get it.
Sometimes I think that's true too. Sometimes you don't think about.
Well, I just want to make sure everybody knows what you're doing. That's why I
right.
repeat a lot of that stuff, because I just want to make sure if there's any questions.
I still have a couple Christmas videos to add on there.
We still got some leftovers from Thanksgiving I haven't put on yet.
Got one from Thanksgiving. Yeah. We got a couple from Christmas still yet, or 2 or 3 from Christmas, and then I'm picking at David, okay? It's an inside joke with me and David. Say, Oh, okay, let's get this one in there.
So you don't know what kind of meat that old chuck is made out of?
This cube steak, I don't. I wish I did, but I don't. And it could actually be tough. It won't be as tough, but it could be. I had a big pack of this, and I put half of them in the freezer, and I cooked the other half one another night. And one of them was a little tough, and the others weren't. So I'm thinking it's everything mixed up when they make it like that.
Grandpa had 2 mules when I was a little kid, and I liked them mules. And I remember Daddy saying he was going to take them to the glue factory as they got older, you know, as I grew up a little bit more. I thought that was so terrible, going to take them to the glue factory. But that's what Grandpa did with them.
Okay, we'll be right back. We're going to let that cook just a little bit, and then we'll be right back. Okay, I turned my meat, and I've let it cook probably 4 or 5 minutes on each side. If you're still seeing blood come up out of it, then it's not done enough, you know. So this is the kind of thing you'd like to get done, because the more you cook this, I mean, the better it's done, the more it's going to be tender. This was tender. I hope the rest of them are.
Smells good.
That smells good. So we'll be right back, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, let's try to make us some gravy. Now, this gravy is very different than any you've ever had, probably. So let's go with it. Now, I'm not going to use the oil that I cooked the meat in, because I don't think it'd be good in gravy, so I use my olive oil.
Oh, you find some?
I got olive oil, but I got some vegetable oil or canola oil or something somewhere. And this skillet's too big, but I found my big one, so I'm just going to go ahead and try to use it anyway. Might need that. And what I'm going to start with is just a couple of, I'm letting my oil get warm here. Well, it doesn't have to get real warm. And I'm going to turn this down, and I'm going to start with a couple spoons of the flour, okay? By the way, I've got 5 tablespoons of flour and 3 tablespoons of oil. I'll add the rest of that in a minute, which, you know what? I've never found that to be a problem adding it all at one time. I let it do its thing, and that's what I'm going to do now. I tell you, make gravy. I don't never make gravy and then put some of it. I've seen it somewhere where someone was doing that, and I'm like, why did they do that? And I thought I'll try it, but I didn't like it last time I done it like that.
I don't look like no gravy to me.
It will, dear, it will. Maybe I shouldn't have used it all at once. No, I'm just kidding. It'll be alright. If it ain't, I'll start over. The skillet's just so big, and it's just everywhere. But you can't beat the gravy of any kind made in cast iron.
These things right here look good.
They do, don't they? Well, I'm going to fix a plate in a minute. And I'm also still got to make my salad. It won't take but a couple minutes for the salad, but I can show this. And I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper since I didn't use that. You don't need much salt and pepper. I just forgot about something. I forgot about something, and you don't need it. I'm just going to do a little bit. I don't need that salt and pepper. And you'll see what I mean. And if you want to add a little bit in a few minutes, you can. And what I'm doing, just getting this a little brown. It's not taking very long because it's too much room in this big skillet. So I've got 3 tablespoons of oil, and I've got 5 tablespoons of flour, and just brown it. Now you can add a couple tablespoons of flour and brown it, and then add the rest, and then add whatever liquid you're going to add. Now you will see what I'm going to do. And on that steak, after I got them in the skillet, I added some minced onion on top of them. Just a few, not many. Just a little added extra flavor. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. That thing's getting hot. I'm going to add the liquid. This is 2½ cups of water, hot water, as hot as you can get it from the tap or boiling or something. Okay, I've got.
Don't look like hot water to me. It looks like.
It looks like something weird to you, huh?
What's in it?
There's a chicken bouillon and a beef bouillon cube, and that's all you need. What I've showed you, that's all you're going to need. I got to stir this.
Beef bouillon and a chicken bouillon.
Chicken bouillon and 2 cups of hot water, so they'll the 2½ cups of hot water, so they'll dissolve. I'm just going to go ahead and put it. Now this is a non-milk gravy, and it's very good. It tastes similar to KFC, but not completely. I'll just tell you that. It don't taste like. This was a recipe I picked up somewhere a few years ago. So this is not my recipe, but I seen it somewhere and I wanted to try it.
So that's not something from the old days. It's something you picked up a few years back.
I picked up a few years ago, but it is good. David likes it, and I like it too. It is good. Don't taste 100% like KFC though. I read another recipe on KFC gravy, and we'll try. And you put
There's only a few people in the world who knows about
sauce.
What's in the KFC.
Well, not if they want to take it to the labs and check it out.
It's a secret.
You know, it takes a long time to make KFC chicken. If I've got the right recipe, I'm going to do it one day, and then if it's good, I'll show everybody else in case you don't have it. But I'll tell you, I got it off of YouTube one day. What's all the black stuff in there?
Probably that old pan we've been laying out there and feeding the cats out of.
No, it ain't. Crazy fella, you crazy dude. I'm going to have to give you a whip, and this one don't need to really be done. We can do it though. Eventually we'll do the other two, and then we'll do this.
Well, you haven't used that thing in a long time. We've got several iron ones we're going to restore, and we've already cleaned some of them. And
we cleaned them, but we'll tell you what we cleaned them in. There's someone wanting to see us cure our skillet, so we're going to do it.
Yeah, we got to get that little one back together, and that other big one I got, and that real big giant one.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to handle that Dutch oven or not, David. That's awfully big. I can barely handle this.
Well, we ain't worried too much about it, but that real big one, we might throw it on the wood stove and do some biscuits one day.
Yeah, you can make biscuits in them. Do anything in them if you want to do. They cook better. I'm going to tell you what. I love my pots that I got. But this, other than those, this is the best thing in the world to cook. But my pots are heavy too. Some of them are. But some of them aren't. This one right here is heavy. But this one isn't. So, this depends, you know. But when you make gravy in this, you got to be ready to get it off the ice. So, that's why I got my thing. I love this.
I know you do.
I love these.
You don't ever use them other ones no more.
No more. I use these.
Might as well throw them other ones away.
I love these things. In the beginning, I thought, well, they're too big, but they're not too big, really. You get used to wearing them, and they're just fine. And you ain't going to never feel the heat of this through it. Now, this gravy will thicken, okay? And just to make sure it's going to be all right, I'm going to make sure it has enough salt. Sure does. So from those 2 cubes, I only put just a tiny bit, probably not even 1/4 of a teaspoon, and I thought, oh, I got them cubes in that water, so and it doesn't taste like there's no milk in it. It really doesn't. So knowing how I was going to make this gravy, and that's why I put a lot of regular flour in with that seasoned flour. After I poured it in, I thought, oh no, I'm going to have that gravy, so I'm going to try to tame it down some, so I did. Maybe more than... I tamed it more than halfway on each little bowl, so that's fine. It's starting to thicken now.
You ready?
Yep.
All right.
It's getting thick now. Okay, well, it's done, I think. So let's turn that off and move this off the ice. It was trying its best not to thicken for me, but I guess it's thickened enough.
Wonder why?
I don't know. Sometimes in the cast iron skillet, it'll do that. I mean, I've had problems before in the past with it, but I don't know why it won't.
What's the same old thing you've been using for years, ain't it? Just
yep.
Same old.
Sure is. I don't usually use this big one unless I got several people to feed though, but that's plenty of gravy. Probably more. It's always too much when I do that one. I throwed a little bit of cornstarch down and I bet it didn't work either, so I don't know. I think it'll thicken more as it cools a little bit there. So I'm going to make me and David a salad, but I just want to show you the meat and I'm going to show you the meat and the potatoes with the gravy. My potatoes are starting to get cold. I give David a lot of potatoes. He likes mashed potatoes and gravy.
That's enough right there.
And 2 pieces of meat. I'm making a well, honey. You're making you well. And you just take a little bit of that gravy and put it across your meat. Like that. And some down in your well. See, isn't that pretty? My food's not usually that pretty, but I don't fix it to be pretty. I fix it to eat. What do you think, husband?
Looks good enough for me.
Good old country fried country steak. Country fried steak. I'll get it out in a minute.
Did your mom cook all that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
If we was lucky enough to get meat for all of us.
Yeah, I don't remember my grandparents and stuff cooking anything like that.
Mommy had to cook a lot of stuff, like she cooked all rotten potatoes. I see people now put cheese in all rotten potatoes, and Mommy didn't ever. That's I might have them mixed up. Anyway, let's cut this up and see if it's even tender enough to eat. I guess it will be.
It don't look like it was hard for you to cut it.
It wasn't. Get off of out here, David. I think I'm all thumbs tonight. There's with a little bit of gravy.
All right.
Why couldn't I stick it in your mouth like I normally do?
I don't know.
Somebody wanted to know one night if I ever get a thumbs down from David, and no, I don't. He likes my food. There are things that have fed him that he doesn't like that much, but he still eats it and he's happy to get it, you know.
Yeah, that is good.
Well, thank you, honey.
You got the onions in it?
I just sprinkled a little tiny bit of these right here on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
You can put onions in it.
Oh.
You know, you can slice some onion and put it. Do you like it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then your dinner is served, my dear.
That is good.
And I'm going to fix our salad to go with it.
Fix a little salad to go with it. And
yep. And that's it. So we want to thank everybody for watching. And again, Tracy Conrad, I hope you enjoy your chicken fried steak. And I want to see some results from you, girl. And again, happy birthday. And I hope you had a blessed one.
And Happy New Year to everybody.
Yep. Happy New Year. Hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas and New Year. And we love you.
Hope everybody makes it through another year. We'll all be all right, hopefully.
That's right. Well, we love everybody. We'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, I'm getting my thumbs up and I didn't see it.
I done it earlier.